Hello friends, in this chapter number 1, complex number, I had completed the videos for the exercise 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 and the link of all videos you will get if you click the I button. Okay, now in this video, I will cover the miscellaneous exercise question number 1. मिसलेनियस एक्सरसाइज हा खूप मोठा आहे आणि व्हिडिओची लेंथ जास्त होत असते म्हणून मी ते पार्ट्स मध्ये तो पब्लिश करणार आहे. ओके, नाउ लेट अस स्टार्ट द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन. बट बिफोर द फर्स्ट क्वेश्चन we will revise all the important formulas. Okay, let's remember a number a plus ib where a comma b belongs to R and I is equals to root of -1 is a complex number. Let z1 is equals to a plus ib, z2 is equals to c plus id. Then what is the sum of z1 plus z2? That is z1 plus z2 is equals to a plus c plus in next bracket b plus d bracket complete into I. z1 minus z2 is a minus c bracket complete plus in next bracket b minus d bracket complete into I. Okay, next z1 into z2, then you will get in first bracket ac minus bd plus in the next bracket AD plus BC bracket complete into I. Now next is a Z1 upon Z2, that is a division of the complex number. Then AC plus BD upon C square plus D square bracket complete plus BC minus AD upon C square plus D square bracket complete into I. Okay, this is the sum of the complex number, difference, multiplication and the division. या टाइपचे ते formulas आहेत. Next, for any non-zero complex number, if z is equals to a plus ib, then what about the 1 upon z? 1 upon z means what? A upon a square plus b square plus I times minus b upon a square plus b square. For any positive integer k, I raised to 4k is 1, I raised to 4k plus 1 is I raised to 4k plus 2 is minus 1, I raised to 4k plus 3 is a minus I. Okay. The conjugate of z is equals to a plus ib is a z bar and is given by z bar is equals to a minus ib. Okay. Now the next. The polar form of the complex number z is equals to x plus iy is polar form is r in bracket cos theta plus I times sin theta is equals to r a raised to I theta, where r is equals to in root of x square plus y square is called modulus. Okay. And here cos theta is equals to x upon r, sin theta is y upon r, theta is called the argument of z. Okay. And argument of z is equals to tan inverse of y upon x. Okay. Now next, omega is a complex cube root of unity. Then 1 plus omega square, that's equals to 0. Omega cube is 1. Now we'll start the first MCQ questions. Okay. Now select the correct answer from the given alternatives. If n is an odd positive integer, then the value of first 1 plus I raised to 2n plus I raised to 4n plus I raised to 6n is. Okay. Now we'll find out the answer. That is 1 plus I raised to 2n, I raised to 4n plus I raised to 6n can be written as first 1 I raised to 2n म्हणजे काय तर I square bracket raised to n. I raised to 4n म्हणजे काय की I raised to 4 bracket raised to n. I raised to 6n means what? I raised to 6 bracket raised to n. Now here I square is minus 1. I raised to 4 is a plus 1. Okay. I raised to 4 is a plus 1. I raised to 6 is again minus 1. Okay. You all learn this. That is see this here I square. I square is a minus 1. आणि याचा जर आपण स्क्वेअर केला I square and it's a bracket square means what? Minus 1 square is a plus 1 and again then 3 it is again the minus 1. But what type of the n is? n कसा आहे तर odd आहे. Okay, n is a odd and therefore n is a odd positive integer. Minus 1 raised to odd number, then you will have the minus 1 here. Plus 1 raised to odd number, it is again the plus 1. Minus 1 raised to odd number, again you will have the minus 1. Now here, the plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, plus 1 minus 1 get cancelled, and overall the answer is 0. And hence option B is the correct one. The value of 1 plus I raised to 2n plus I raised to 4n plus I raised to 6n is 0. Okay, now the next question. The value of I raised to 592 plus I raised to 590 plus I raised to 588 plus I raised to 586 plus I raised to 584 upon I raised to 582 plus I raised to 580 plus I raised to 578 plus I raised to 576 plus I raised to 574 is equals to. Okay, या टाइपच्या प्रॉब्लेम साठी काय की सर्वात लोएस्ट पॉवर किती येतं न्यूमरेटरला आय रेज टू 584. तर 584 आपण कॉमन काढणार न्यूमरेटर मधनं. डिनोमिनेटर मधनं कुठली पॉवर आहे तर ती लोएस्ट आय रेज टू 574 कॉमन घेतली. If I take the I raised to 584 common, then from this 592 minus 584, you will get I raised to 8. इथे किती मिळणार? I raised to 6, इथे I raised to 4, I square, and last is 1. Okay. From the denominator, we are taking the common I raised to 574. मग इथे first काय राहणार शिल्लक? I raised to 8, I raised to 6, I raised to 4, I square, and last is 1. Now here the numerator have the and denominator have the same terms that we can cancel it. That is, you will get I raised to 584 upon I raised to 574. दोघांचं काय करणार? The subtraction. 584 minus 574, you will get I raised to 10. I raised to 10 can be written as I square bracket raised to 5. But what about the I square? I square is minus 1. Minus 1 raised to 5, you will get minus 1, and hence option 3 is the correct one, which is the minus 1. Okay, easy question है तो. Next, in root of minus 3 into root of minus 6 is equals to. Okay, the root of minus 3 can be written as, that is a 3 into minus 1. Okay, and here is a root of minus 3 can be written as 3 into minus 1. Okay, and minus 1 means what? I square, and this is the I square, and therefore I square चा square root किती आला? तर I आला, and therefore you will get root 3i. Similarly, root of minus 6. Root of minus 6 can be written as 6 into in bracket minus 1. Again minus 1 means what? I square. 6 into I square, and overall you will get root 6 into I, and hence root of minus 3 is a root 3i. Root of minus 6 is root 6i. I into I square. आता root 3 into root 6 means what? Root of 18. Again, root of 18 means what? Root of 18 आपण कसं लिहिणार? 9 into 2. Okay, 9 into 2, then you will get 3. 3 root 2, and I square is a minus 1. Okay, here is a minus 1, and overall 3 root 2 into minus 1, you will get minus 3 root 2, and this is the answer, and hence the option A is the correct one. कुठला option? तर A option या ठिकाणी correct आहे. आता next, if omega is a complex cube root of unity, then the value of, okay, we know that the value of omega cube ची value किती असते? तर 1 असते, and hence omega raised to 99 can be written as omega cube. Okay, मग 3 ने 99 ला डिवाइड करणार, then here you will get, that is a omega cube bracket raised to 33 plus omega raised to 100. Now omega raised to 100 can be written as omega into omega raised to 99. Omega raised to 101 can be written as omega square into omega raised to 99. Okay, and here the value of omega cube is 1 raised to 33 plus omega Omega raised to 99 again can be written as omega raised to 3 and bracket raised to 33 plus omega square again omega raised to 3 bracket raised to 33. Now what is here? 1 raised to 33 म्हणजे काय? तर 1 येणार. Omega raised to 3 and bracket raised to 33 is again 1. 1 raised to 33 and overall you will get only here omega. आता इथे देखील याची व्हॅल्यू किती येणार? तर 1 येणार. याची व्हॅल्यू 1 आली. 1 into omega, that is omega. Omega square into 1, you will get omega square. But we know that the sum of the roots, that is 1 plus omega square, and that's equals to 0. And hence its value is a 0. म्हणजेच याची व्हॅल्यू किती आली? तर ती 0 आली. And hence the option C is a correct one. Okay. Now the next question. Option C is a correct one. If Z is equals to R cos theta plus I times sin theta, then the value of Z upon Z bar plus Z bar upon Z. Now see this here. If I express this, Z is equals to R in bracket cos of theta plus I times sin theta. And then what about the Z bar? Z bar is R in bracket cos of theta minus I times sin of theta. Okay. Now first is, what is that? Z upon Z bar. Z upon Z bar can be written as, the first is Z. मग इथे किती आला? तर Z R in bracket cos of theta plus I times sin of theta. This is a Z upon Z bar म्हणजे काय? That is R in bracket cos of theta minus I times sin of theta. Okay. This is a Z upon Z bar. And what you will get here? Its a value is a RR get cancelled, and then here you will get cos of theta plus I times sin of theta. Okay. And here the cos of theta plus I times sin of theta, and it's a bracket raised to minus 1. Okay. So bracket raised to minus 1, and overall Z upon Z bar you will get here cos of theta plus I times sin theta. या ब्रॅकेटची पॉवर किती? तर 1 आहे आणि ते डिव्हिजन आहे. 1 minus in bracket minus 1, and therefore here you will get 2. This is 1 minus in bracket minus 1. डिव्हिजन असल्यामुळे मायनस करणार आपण. 1 plus 1 you will get 2, and here is the value of Z upon Z bar is cos of theta plus I times sin of theta bracket is to 2. And what is its value? Its value is that is cos of 2 times theta plus I times sin of 2 times theta by using the Liouville's theorem. Z upon Z bar. The value of Z upon Z bar. Similarly, the value of Z bar. Okay. Z bar upon Z. आता Z bar upon Z ची value किती येणार? If we solve this, then what you will get? Cos of theta minus I times इथे किती येणार? तर sin theta. Okay. Because it is a Z bar, and for the denominator here is a cos of theta plus I times sin of theta. पुन्हा आपल्याला हे इव्हॅल्युएट करता येईल. That is, you will get here cos of theta plus I times sin of theta, and whole bracket is to minus 1, and this divided by cos of theta plus I times sin of theta whole bracket is to 1. Okay. पुन्हा जर आपण हे इव्हॅल्युएट केलं, याची पॉवर -1 आहे, and here you will get cos of theta plus I times sine of theta, and its bracket is to -1, and then you will get cos of theta plus I times sine of theta, whole bracket is to -2, and again it is written as cos of 2 times theta minus I times sine of 2 times theta by using the De Moivre's theorem, that is z bar upon z. Okay, this is the number 2 and this is the number 1. If we add these two, जर आपण हे दोन्ही add केले, this one and this two, then what will happen? I times sine of 2 times theta minus and plus will get cancelled, and cos of 2 times theta plus cos of 2 times theta, you will get 2 times cos of 2 times theta, and hence the option B is the correct one. त्यासाठी काय find out करणार? Z and Z bar. This is the first ratio. You are getting cos of 2 times theta plus I times sine of 2 times theta, and here Z bar upon Z, you will get cos of 2 times theta minus I times sine of 2 times theta. If you add it, then you will get the answer. Okay. Now the next question. If omega is a cube root of unity and 1 plus omega raised to 7 is equals to a plus b omega, then a and b are respectively the numbers. कोणते numbers असू शकतील? That is a 0, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, -1 and 1. Okay. Now we will solve this. 1 plus omega bracket raised to 7. We know the important result. काय माहिती आपल्याला? 1 plus omega square and that's equals to 0. आता मिसलेनियस एक्सरसाइज सोडवण्यापूर्वी तुम्ही माझे ते चारही व्हिडिओज आधी बघा, चारही एक्सरसाइजचे, आणि देन यू ट्राय फॉर दिस मिसलेनियस, तरच ते तुम्हाला समजेल. Now first is 1 plus omega square is equals to 0. Then what is the value of 1 plus omega? The value of 1 plus omega is a minus omega square. And therefore we write here 1 plus omega means what? Minus omega square brackets raised to 7. Then you will get minus omega raised to 14. Okay. Now this omega raised to 14 can be written as, तर ते आपल्याला कसं लिहिता येईल? That is a here minus sign. Okay. Then I will write here omega raised to 12 into omega. But omega raised to 12 means what? Omega cube bracket raised to 4 into omega square. But omega cube, the value of again omega cube, and we know that value is 1. Means what? 1 raised to 4. म्हणजे इथे किती मिळेल आपल्याला? minus 1 raised to 4 into omega square. Then you will get minus omega square. And hence, again, what is the value of minus omega square? आता इथे बघा, minus omega square means what? 1 plus omega. And this is the 1 plus omega. आता हे कोणाशी इक्वेट करणार? That is the 1 plus omega raised to 7 is equals to, त्याने दिलेलं आपल्याला, a plus b omega. And that is equals to 1 plus omega. This 1 is nothing but a. And b is nothing but the coefficient of omega. And what is its value? Its value is 1. Therefore, a is 1 and b is also 1. And hence, the option B is the correct one. Okay. या ठिकाणी ऑप्शन बी कसा आहे? तर तो करेक्ट आहे. ओके, इझी क्वेश्चन आहे. नेक्स्ट, the modulus and the argument of 1 plus I root 3 bracket raised to 8 are respectively. Okay, modulus and the argument find out करायचं आहे. Okay, now see this 1 plus I root 3. First is 1 plus I root 3. मग त्याचं दोघातनं आपण काय इथे कॉमन काढलेलं आहे? By taking the 2 as a common. If I take the 2 as a common, then in bracket I will get 1 upon 2 plus I root 3 by 2. Okay. जर 2 ने याला मल्टिप्लाय केलं तर काय मिळेल मला? 2 into 1 upon 2, I will get 1. 2 into I root 3 by 2, then 2 get cancelled, I will get I root 3. Okay. Now see this here. 1 upon 2 plus I root 3 by 2. What about this? ही कसली व्हॅल्यू आहे? this is nothing but the cos of pi by 3 and this is nothing but the sin of pi by 3. Okay. आता त्याचा ब्रॅकेट रेस टू किती सांगितलं आपल्याला 8. That is 1 plus I root 3 bracket raised to 8 means what 2 raised to 8 cos of pi by 3 plus I times sin of pi by 3 bracket raised to 8. Okay. पुन्हा 8 ने आपण याला इथे मल्टिप्लाय करणार 8 इथे मल्टिप्लाय करणार 2 raised to 8 means what 256. 2 raised to 8 means what 256 cos of 8 pi by 3 plus I times sin of 8 pi by 3 by using the de Moivre's theorem. Okay. And therefore next cos of 8 pi by 3 can be written as, 3 ने 8 pi ला divide करना, then you will get 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. Okay, same thing is here, 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3. Again there is one more result. What is that? Cos of 2 pi plus theta and that is equals to cos of theta. तो कुठल्या क्वाड्रंट मध्ये? The first quadrant. And next is a sin of 2 pi plus theta is equals to sin of theta. Okay. Similarly here cos of 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3 is 2 pi by cos of 2 pi by 3. Sin of 2 pi plus 2 pi by 3 is 2 pi by 3. Sin of 2 pi by 3. Okay. And hence, what is our question? Our question is that find the modulus and the argument. And hence, the modulus is 256. Argument is 2 pi by 3. And hence, the option C is a correct one. C is a correct one. Okay. Now here is next. If the argument of z is equals to theta, then what about the argument of z bar? Argument of z bar is a minus theta. Okay. Argument of z bar is a minus theta. तर आपण तिथे तो conjugate घेत असतो and hence the option A is a correct one. Okay. Next, question number 9. If minus 1 plus I root 3 is equals to r e raised to I theta, then what about the theta? Okay. Now here the x is minus. It has a minus sign. X is equals to and y is equals to root 3. Okay. X is equals to, I will say here, x is equals to minus 1. And what about the y? Y is equals to root 3 in a very simple language. What about the r? R is equals to x square plus y square. R square is equals to means what? 1 plus 3 that is equals to 4. R square is equals to 4. Therefore, R is equals to 2. The value of R is 2. Now, x is negative and y is a positive. And by using our trigonometry, the given point lies in the second quadrant. Okay. And therefore, I will write here that is a tan of theta. Okay. Tan of theta is a y upon x. What is the y? Y is a root 3 upon minus 1. Okay. I write here tan theta is equals to minus root 3. But for what angle? The value of the tan ratio is root 3 and that is nothing but tan of pi by 3. Pi by 3 lucky value is the. And again this can be written as tan of pi minus pi by 3. यासाठी कुठला फॉर्म्युला आपण अप्लाय करत असतो? What is that formula? Tan of pi minus theta is equals to minus tan theta. This is the formula. म्हणजेच काय? Minus tan of pi by 3 is nothing but the tan of pi minus pi by 3. And if we simplify this, then you will get tan of 3 into pi. You will get 3 pi minus pi. That is a 2 pi by 3. And hence, here is a tan theta. Therefore, theta is equals to 2 pi by 3. Okay, theta is equals to 2 pi by 3. And hence, the option D is a correct one. Okay, the option D is a correct one. Next, if z is equals to x plus iy, and mod of z minus zi is equals to 1. Then z lies on x-axis, z lies on y-axis, z lies on a rectangle, z lies on a circle. Now see this here. Mod of z minus zi is equals to 1 cube. What about the z? Z म्हणजे काय? X plus iy. Now what about the zi? Z is equals to x plus iy. Zi means what? Xi plus I into I. Okay. Then you will get xi. I square means what? Minus 1. That is xi minus 1. Okay. And therefore z minus zi. जर आपण इथे मायनस साइन जर इथे केले, that is this is the z means what? X plus iy minus in bracket xi minus y. Okay. If you open this bracket, then what you will get? X plus iy minus xi and plus y. Okay. Then collect the real part. What about the real part? X plus y. Here is a x plus y, and collect the I from these two terms. Then y minus x bracket complete. Okay. And this value is equals to 1. Okay. And hence x plus y bracket square plus y minus x bracket square is equals to 1. Evaluate this. X square plus y square plus 2xy plus y square plus x square minus 2xy. Minus 2xy दोघांचे काय होतील तर कट होतील. आणि काय ऍड होणार? x square plus x square 2x square. Y square plus y square 2y square. Middle term will get cancelled. And hence you will get this 2x square plus 2y square is equals to 1. But what about this? This is the equation of the circle. Z lies on the circle. Okay. हे काय तर standard equation of the circle. If I divide on the both sides by 2, then what I will get? X square plus y square, and that is equals to 1 upon 2. This is the standard equation of the circle, whose center is origin. Okay. And hence Z lies on circle. Okay. And in this way, I had completed all the MCQs. Means what? The first part of this miscellaneous exercise. आता नेक्स्ट पार्ट मध्ये मी क्वेश्चन नंबर सेकंड पार्ट मधला क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 कव्हर करणार आहे. नाउ in this way we have completed the first part of this miscellaneous exercise 1, that is a MCQ. Now we'll see in the next video. Till then, goodbye.